Hello class, let's talk about your paper. This quarter you'll be asked to write a reflective paper, which might be different from the kinds of paper you're used to write for other classes, or some of you might already be familiar with this structure of paper. In any case, let's spend a few words about reflective papers and how they work. And just so you know, if you miss a few words here during this video, you have all the material already collected on Blackboard under course material. So the instructions to write this paper are already there. Reflective paper. The most important part in reflective paper is the thesis. I'm not going to give you any prompt. I'm not going to tell you you have to write about this or that. The most difficult part of the reflective paper is to understand what you want to write about. So it's a theoretical effort you are putting into this kind of paper, because you have to look at the material we already covered during this class and find what matters to you. Find an idea that is intriguing for you. Find something that you think might be original and might add something more to what we discussed. So you are free to look at what we covered already or we are going to, and zero in and find your idea, find your thesis. Once you've found your thesis, okay, you're halfway there. You have just to look for the material, the sources that support your idea. How? You can take your textbook and put together the chapter, the passages in which you found the most relevant parts to sustain what you're thinking. Or you might want to go on JSTOR, wonderful database for scientific articles, and find articles that prove that you're right, that your idea is correct. Or you might want to bring in sources from other classes. Whatever it works. First thing, your thesis, your idea. Then you build your paper. How do you build your paper? You collect the material. Where do you take the material? From this class, other classes, JSTOR, your library. Be careful with the use of internet. I wouldn't go on internet and take the first post you find. That is not scientific enough. So I would recommend you to stay within this circle of sources. The structure of the paper. What's the structure of a reflective paper? Introduction. In the introduction, you express your thesis. Very briefly, 2 lines, 3 lines is just your idea. Then you give your reader an account of the structure you are going to follow. So in the introduction you state, I believe that development starts, human development, emotional development starts at a very young age and is influenced by the environment. In order to support so, I will use these sources and organize these sources in 3 parts, and organize my discussion on these sources in 3 parts. This is your introduction. Then the body of your paper. First part, you choose an argument in support of your thesis. Of course, this argument must be supported by a reading. So you choose an argument and a reading in support of this argument. Second argument, second reading. 2 arguments are fine. Then conclusion. In the conclusion, you bring in the question that you wanted to address in your paper and your findings. And you are fine. So I don't need a long paper, 5 pages, 6 pages are okay. I just want you to be very sharp in choosing your thesis and in supporting it through good readings. That's what you need to do. Since some of you might be new to this kind of paper, I give you 2 shots, in the sense that in the first part, you just have to, the first assignment is just finding your thesis. So the first assignment consists just in emailing me, uploading your idea. 3 lines is fine. If you want to check with me, you can also tell me what kind of sources you want to use for this idea. Then last part is writing your draft. Again, if you are not sure that you are going in the right direction, if you're hesitant, if you have questions, email me, call me. You have my number, you know where you can find me, so just be in contact with me. One last thing, English Writing Center. If it happens that you have problems with phrasing your thoughts because maybe you have the idea but you don't know exactly how to express it, or the English is not good enough to understand exactly what you meant, California State University has a wonderful writing center. It works online. You don't need to go there. You just need to submit your draft and they will help you pretty quickly. Don't wait, of course, the very last moment because they are overwhelmed with work otherwise. But it works pretty well, and it's called SCA. I don't think that rereading your work over and over would help. It's the same for me. I mean, when I write something, I need somebody else to read my stuff because I lose lucidity. So I need somebody who does this job that can help me to improve my writing. So don't waste your chance to get a good grade just because you don't know where to go, what to do, and how. Sky is really a very good service for Cal State students. Okay, I hope that's helpful. If you have questions, as usual, email me, call me. I'm here.